Today I'm sitting down with Luke Ahearn. He is a candidate for SGA president. Thank you so much for being here today, Luke.
Thank you for having me.
So we're just going to start off talking about some of your experience at SGA. We're going to start off with, why did you first decide to join?
So the reason I actually got involved with student government from the start was I thought it'd be a great line for my resume. And so I ran freshman year and I got on, and instantly I realized that I could actually make an impact on campus. I didn't realize how much SGA actually did until I was on. And once I was on, I fell in love with it. I realized how impactful student government can be, and what a big difference that we can make in the lives of 7,561 students. And so that's kind of how I really got involved. And so the beginning wasn't the most honest reason to be involved in student government, but shortly after I definitely became passionate for all the right reasons.
How would you say your experience thus far in SGA has prepared you to maybe take on this presidential position?
So my experience on SGA has been quite varied. I started as a regular freshman class representative. My sophomore year, I was elected class president, and then my junior year, I was the vice president of the student body. So I've kind of had all different perspectives on student government and seen how each of those positions can work and work in the most effective way. And so on student government, I've had my hand in a wide variety of projects, and because of that, I think that I know how to accomplish things on a wide basis of tasks, whether it's something where we're trying to change campus culture or if we're trying to make a facilities improvement. I've had experiences in all of those, and I think that kind of is a large factor as to why I think that I'd be one of the best candidates for this position.
A big part of SGA is the initiatives that you guys do, spearheading them, seeing them through. What are some initiatives that you have spearheaded in your time?
So my freshman year to now, at the start of this year, I worked with administration to pass policies to limit the use of tobacco on campus. And then I think the most exciting thing, though, is the club sports announcement that was just released on Election Day on April 10th. The school's actually going to be announcing which teams are going to be part of Quinnipiac Club Athletics for the next academic year. And so that's something that we're all super excited about. I can't take all the credit for that. That was definitely a lot of people's work. Brandon Vatima, Caitlin Wardlow, and a few others. But I was the one on student government who got it to cross the finish line. And so that's something that I'm definitely extremely proud of. And then I've had my hand on a lot of other initiatives. I think that, especially being on executive board, it's not about being the one who always accomplishes the tasks, but making sure that everybody else is in a position where they're able to accomplish their tasks. And so this year, student government has probably had one of the more productive years that we've ever had. We had a budget increase of over $100,000. And so I assisted John with his efforts in that. Again, the club sports, the condom dispensers, the holiday lights, all of these things were massive changes that we've been pushing for quite some time now, but we finally got them across the finish line. And I think that that's because we're making sure that everybody on student government has what they need to accomplish what they want.
Speaking about all those initiatives, how do you think they've really affected the Quinnipiac student body and just the Quinnipiac community at large?
So I think that the Quinnipiac student body is just going to be ecstatic for what's coming, whether they know it or not. These were all changes that came from SGA. Club sports is the easiest one because everybody's super excited for that, and there's going to be the obvious direct impact there. But then you have something like that budget increase where we're getting another $120,000. That's going directly to the students. So student orgs are going to have more money, so they're going to better fund events, they're going to have better programming. But then we're also going to see more money going to main stage for SPB. So they're going to have a better concert, they're going to have maybe more concerts, maybe a comedian, but anything like that, that's really exciting. So students are going to see that. They won't know that was SGA, but students are going to say, I love this about our school now. And so that's something that we can be pretty proud of.
Fast forward to Wednesday. Say you are elected president. What are some changes that you're looking to implement?
So my whole platform is based around the idea of matching the experience of Quinnipiac to the cost. I think everybody can agree we pay a lot of money to go here on average, and the experience doesn't necessarily match what we're paying. So that's from tiny things like dining and parking to larger issues that are more cultural based, that there's just nothing to do on campus on a Friday or Saturday night if you're not 21, which everybody on main campus isn't. Our entire student center is tables. It's not a student center, it's a cafeteria, and it's a place to eat food or do homework, but it's not truly centered on the students, and that's because we have just a lack of facilities. And so I think that when elected president, I plan on going to the Board of Trustees and making sure that, yes, it is a group of 20 plus businessmen and only two businesswomen, to ask them to not look at it as a purely what's bottom line is kind of an unreal request, but we're going to ask them, we're not even going to ask, we're going to demand that there's just as much attention paid to the student experience as there is paid to the university's bottom line.
In years past, a lot of representatives on SGA, especially E-Board, have really been pushing to make the breakdown of tuition public. Seeing that that's a big initiative of you to match the experience with cost, is that something that you're going to be pushing for again?
My primary concern is not about publicizing that information. Being a private university, there is going to be parts of our financial picture that's just the university will never share. The university has promised SGA leadership, Ryan Hicks and myself, that they're going to come to us and explain a monetary breakdown of the university's budget for the upcoming academic year. That way, some students will know, there'll be some sort of voice, and if students absolutely disagree with something, they'll be able to express that, but I don't know if that's ever going to be a public knowledge. But again, the university is going to share that. My primary concern is making sure that people aren't questioning where that money is going. And so I don't think everybody needs to know the exact line item basis, but if everybody walks around campus and says, wow, this is awesome, I'm so happy we have this, and nobody's complaining about small little things that can be easily fixed, then we know that money is being focused at the students.
And last question, why do you say that you're the best candidate for this position?
I think that I have proven results. If you look at my platform from last year, two of my big promises to the students was to get club sports on campus and to increase funding for students and student orgs. And both of those have a check mark right next to them. And so when I go and I say I'm going to make the student experience match the cost, it's not going to occur this year. It's not going to occur next year. It's something that we're going to have to build to. But with a promise that's that large, the student body needs to know it's somebody that can actually stay true to that promise. And I've proven that I do hold true to my word.
Well, best of luck, Luke. Thank you for sitting down with me today.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Polls open at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Make sure to vote on Do You QU. To follow along with all of Q30's SGA election coverage, make sure to go to q30tv.com/debates2019.